I'm gonna show you guys what's cool about growing your own vegetables and having your own garden. Over here I got my tomato plant. We have bell peppers, cayenne peppers, carrots, and all these are Brussels sprouts back here. And I'm gonna take you over here. I have more plants. Let me show you this little guy right here. Got some more bell pepper here. What do we got? Let's see. We got some fresh basil here. And over here we got some fresh corn coming in. We got about 3 or 4. We got 2 more corn over here. We got some of our coconut trees started. We got a couple more down here in the deep. We got coconuts everywhere. Growing up our coconut trees. And right here we have all our sugar cane. These guys I just transplanted yesterday. We got 1, 2, 3 little sugar cane. Some more coconut trees coming in here. Show you all this. This sugar cane here, as you can see, is tall. See, it's 9 feet tall, and it grows real easy. I'll show you on a different video of how simple it is to grow this. You literally just chop it. You can see all these knots on here. What you do is when you chop it down to eat it or make sugar or drink or juice or anything, you chop each one of these ribs basically into their own section with a machete. Chop, chop, chop. And then you turn them sideways with this facing up, and that becomes your new sugarcane sprout. They're super easy to grow. They grow pretty much in anything. Now I make sure these are water and fertilized, so that's why they're thick and they're strong and they're green. And then these little guys, are coming in good. Looking real nice. I grew these in a pot. I did what I told you. I just cut up a couple knots, put them in a pot. Bada bing, bada boom. Got some spaghetti squash coming in here. These kind of grow like a pumpkin. Starts out as this yellow flower, and once this thing opens up, turns into spaghetti squash. You can see we got a bunch more coming. Where you see flower, there's fruit. There's another bean garden we have. Doing well. What we got here? See? We got green beans, fresh green beans. Like I said, you see flower and fruit. You see the flowers, that's where the vegetables come. I'm gonna pick a couple of these now. Come back, because we have green beans over here. We have some black beans. We have red kidney beans. You can see all this here. With these 3-pointed leaves is a whole bean garden here. And over here on the ground, we have some potatoes, believe it or not. It's neighbor's dog. He don't like me for some reason. Cool little wiener dog. We got our tomatoes here, which aren't looking too shabby, but as you see, they still got tomatoes all over them. And then over here, we have our bell peppers. These down here are carrots. You have, in this garden we have these things here, carrots. We got bell peppers. And that big tree thing right there is Brussels sprouts. Down here you can see we got some cayenne peppers. They're looking awesome. crops of our carrots. This carrot here is looking nice and strong and healthy. He's down in the ground. See all these guys are carrots and our vegetables. In case you didn't know, a Brussels sprout grows like this. Starts out as a small plant, looks like a head of cabbage or lettuce. Turns into a tree, right? And then down on the stalk, like almost the trunk of a tree, that's where all your Brussels sprouts come from. Pretty cool, huh? These guys we planted probably in like January, I think. They started out like 4 inches. They were already started. Now they're jamming. You can smell all the vegetables here. See all the tomatoes? I pulled some off. We got some garlic down there. Doing good, man. I'll show you guys how to cook. What I'm cooking tonight for a small, quick, healthy meal. You know? Alright, so here we have our fresh cut garlic, tomato, and bell peppers from the garden. And we're going to use some dried onion for the rest. Oh, and our rice is done. I normally go with brown rice. We're doing some white rice because we're out of brown rice. So we'll be hitting white rice with some fresh vegetables from the garden and some other ingredients. And I'll show you what we're whipping up. First things first, got 2 tablespoons of oil in the pan. Heat it up to about medium. Let it preheat and warm up. And you toss your veggies in. Alright, it's nice and hot. Time to throw in your veggies. Time to throw in your vegetable. We didn't have no fresh onion out there, so we gotta use dried onion. Then you add whatever extra spices you want. A little bit. I'll put some black pepper. We'll have more later. Once it's looking nice and cooked up like this, you can add in your rice and your other ingredients like your hot sauce and soy sauce, stuff like that. That's about 1.5 cups of white rice mixed in with the veggies. And just mix it all up. Get nice and mixed up. You don't want a bunch of oil in there, make it all soggy. You don't want your rice to get all fried up and dried either. So you just keep the heat, keep it off the heat. So I lift it up off the stove. And then you can remove it from the heat for a second. Turn the heat down a little bit to like a lower medium maybe. I go from 6 to 4 on my stove. And now what I'm gonna do next is add some soy sauce and eggs. I like to crack mine in a cup first so I can spread it out kind of evenly. And make it easier to whip up in the frying pan. Makes it spread through the rice a lot more even when you get to spread it out like that. I like eggs, as you can tell. So I'm gonna put 4 eggs. I'm just gonna add black pepper because I'm gonna use soy sauce. So much violence. So much violence. Now take the rice, warm it up. Pour that all over there. Like that. Now just keep mixing it around slowly. And while it's on a low medium heat, it'll slowly cook the eggs, and the egg yolk will keep seeping through the grains of rice. And just keep grabbing it and flipping it like this, and it'll just keep falling through the rice and cooking, falling through the rice and cooking. If you got too much egg, like I got a little too much egg, you just add more rice. You can see the egg starting to cook when I flip it. You can see it starting to cook here on top. Now while that starts jamming a little bit, and add some soy sauce and some hot sauce. Some soy sauce and some hot sauce. I like soy. Hot sauce. If you got any chicken or any fish, it'd be good with it would go well with this. But I'm just doing a quick little meal from the garden, so I'm just doing egg and vegetable. But as you can see, all that rice makes it fluff up, and you get a big old meal out of it. Now you just gotta let it cook to how you like it. I like mine a little dry, a little crispy egg, a little color, and then just flavor it up to the way you like it, and bada bing, bada boom, you're jamming. Now that it's been frying for a minute, you can see that color starting to fry up and get some color and some texture. That's pretty much what you want. Just keep stirring it and let it sit until it is the way you like it. And that pretty much does it. Besides that, I might add a little more soy sauce or hot sauce to get the flavor I like. But that's about it. Everything came out of the garden that we used, except for the eggs, the soy and the hot sauce, and the dried onions. But still, you see what I'm getting at. When you grow your own vegetables, you know where they come from. You know what they're getting fed, and you know what you're eating, and it's free, man. And you wouldn't believe how many peppers and vegetables and fruits and nuts and berries or whatever you grow, how much comes from one plant, and it just keeps giving and giving and giving and giving. All you gotta do is water them every day, take care of them properly, and you got it, man. Bada bing, bada boom. That's how you cook straight from your garden.